Hey kids, this is Jack. Welcome back to Planet Zoo and welcome back to the Adventure Jungle Zoo. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Either way, I appreciate your time and attention. For those of you who are wondering, we did finish the exhibit cave. It's way over here near the Barbaroussa habitat. You may have, seen me work on that. So it's time to move on to another exhibit. And in another video, I kind of joked that what I should do next is I should do giraffes for my mom, because they're my mom's favorite animal, and she likes watching my zoo videos. So I should just go ahead and do giraffes from my mom. So today I'm gonna do giraffes for my mom, since she is one of my biggest fans. Alright, I have an area here. I did not put this together specifically for the giraffes. It's just when I saw it here, I was like, oh, I can do something with this. So we're going to go ahead and do something with it. Excuse me if I cough. I do have a bottle of water available, but I do also seem to have something caught in my throat. So, and with this new headset, the mute button on the microphone is not as easily reachable, so I may not be able to catch the cough in time, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do here is we are going to set up the habitat. Hold on a second. I've got animals that apparently have been in boxes too long. What are they? Koalas? Why were the koalas in boxes? Okay. Alright, let's get back to the giraffes. Alrighty. What was I doing with it? Oh, I remember what I was doing with this. Okay. Now, I suppose before I do anything else, I should do this. Yeah, I think I might actually be getting a cold, which is par for the course. I hate summer colds. Don't you? I mean, summer colds are the worst. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put a keeper's hut back here. And that might be close enough to the path to affect guest happiness, but I've got guest happiness maxed out just as a function of the Sandbox mode anyway, just so I wouldn't have to worry about it. So I'm not going to worry about it, I mean. Okay, now barriers. Who's got the barriers? Like I said, I didn't start off, this space with the multiple heights for the multiple land heights. It just was kind of there. Why am I doing 5 meter length? That makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, it's just kind of there, and I was like, oh hey, I can do this. I could use this piece of land, and it would just be perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this back a little. Now, a lot of people, I mean, they're familiar with giraffes as animals of the savanna, but not the fact that they are also a tropical species. They not only exist out on the Great Plains of Africa, but they actually exist in the jungles too, which is why it is that I'm going to be putting them in my zoo. Let's move this out just a touch, and then we will move this one out just a touch, and we'll move this one out just a touch. Okay. Now, I'm going to put the gate what in the heck? What is up with this? Oh. You know what? There's a way around this. What we're going to do is we're going to extend this little piece of land out like this. Flatten it down on the edge so the keepers and the animals can move around like this. And then when we go back to the barriers, like so. Why is this? No, I watch on the surface, doofus. Okay. Whoops. Alright. Nope, path. Who's got the path? Why? Why you no connect? There we go. Okay. Alright, so this shouldn't actually take long because I know exactly what I want to do. I mean, some parts of it might actually take some time to build, but I'm not going trial and error, and I'm not making it up as I go along this time, which I admit I have done in the past with some of the habitats. Some of the habitats have been like, what am I gonna do? I guess this. I'll try this. This looks good. Let's try this. No, I know exactly what I want to do here. I've got a picture of it in my head, and that's always a bonus when you know for sure what it is that you want your habitat to look like. Then you have an advantage when it comes to just building the stupid thing. Okay. Of course, it still actually takes some time. So like I said, it might not be as quick as I'm saying it is. Speak English, Butler. But you guys get the idea. As long as it's, you guys get the idea. What I'm saying is there's going to be a whole lot less stop and start style, construction. Let me check something about the giraffes. Reticulated giraffes. Something I've never bothered to look up the word reticulated. I don't know what it means, reticulated. So if anybody wants to tell me what reticulated means down in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Okay. They need 6 feet of grade 3 fence. Log is grade 3, so that works for them. I'm going to dump this. I know I was working on it, but I'm going to dump this because I think I can just use the normal fence. You know, I don't actually have to... No, you fool. Okay. The hardest part about laying fences like this, when you're just dealing with null barriers, is that when you're colorblind, you sometimes can't differentiate between the colors. Meters. I know that 2 meters is actually more than 6 feet, but it's a good general rule of thumb for your barriers. That if it says that, you know, if an animal requires 6 feet, just go with 2 meters. You know, it covers your bases. You know, it covers your bases. And that's just continuation, because if you notice, the base of this is lower than over here. Alright, so let's bring this down. And again, we don't need it deep in the surface. We don't need it deep underneath the surface. We just need it right on the surface. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now, I want to do this one also. Okay. Now here's something I also wanted to do. Now that I've got the beginnings of a fence here, what I want to do is I want to fill this in, but it doesn't look like it wants to fill in, does it? You see what I'm talking about, right? Alright, maybe I can just move the barrier. Because what I want to do is I basically want to get rid of that gap. There we go. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that gap. And we're going to try and keep the actual fence line as close to the edge as possible. And you're probably asking me, you know, why? Why do you want to do that? I'll show you. And it involves the path. Because what we're going to do, 8. Okay, that doesn't want to go, but that's okay. We're going to use an elevated length here. We're going to drop this to, I don't know, what, 1.5? 1.5. Why not? 1.5 sounds good. Come on. You can do it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go from the other direction because this is not working out exactly like I want it to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. What I want is basically what I want is that. Okay? Okay, I know. I'm going to have to take out this barrier and start over from the beginning. But that's alright. That's alright. You know, I'm still moving forward. I'm still moving forward. We still know what we want. And what we want is this. We want a bit of an overhang. Okay, we want that. Oh, that works. That works. Okay, yes. This is precisely what we want. I don't need that. No, no, no. Okay. Alright, the ground rises up to meet this path. So what I want is I want this. I'm going to have to do the elevated length thing. What was it, 1.5? Okay, so I want this to go up and then flatten again. Okay? Because I want it to do this. And then, is it still set? Yeah, okay, it's still set to 1.5. Like so. That's what I want. Okay, so what we have is this elevated path that goes around this end of the enclosure, and so what I want as far as the barrier is concerned is basically how much of this can I use as the barrier. We're gonna see. We are going to find out. Because what we're going to do, let me reduce this now. I mean, now I know why it was, you know, when we take it down back to 5. Oh, come on, 5. 5, there we go. Just because it's easier to work with this scheme. Because what I want is I want the barrier to basically line up with the path as close as I can get it. Granted, there's going to be a limit because the game does not like you putting solid path pieces anywhere near barrier pieces and vice versa. So this is going to be a bit of an engineering hack. But I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. And if you notice the height on the fence pieces, it's more than enough to contain the giraffes. More than enough. This is the only time we're going to have to basically backstop the, you know, these pieces here are not tall enough. so. Well, 2 meters is tall enough, so. You know what, I bet you that is tall enough. I don't know. But we can always increase it. I mean, it's not like it's that big a deal, you know. Is that? Oh yeah. This is the original barrier line, you know, the original fence line that I was using when I was using the null barriers. I can dispose of this. All right.